Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, where we're ducking cancel culture vultures like phone calls from spouses and exes. This is also a podcast that really enjoyed the cartoon with the mouse who came from just south of Texas. They've canceled this, they've canceled that, hooks with fish, and mischievous cats. But maybe the mouse isn't as racist as they say he is. The last person to voice Speedy Gonzalez was Gabriel Iglesias. They canceled Gina, but she bounced right back. A starring role and production slot was announced like that. You canceled Cartoon Doctors, but this is what concerns me. How come you haven't ever canceled a dirty state's attorney? Why aren't you attacking the broken legal system? Come on, let's tell the truth. Why do you cowardly, misguided folks keep going after defenseless, low-hanging fruit? Please use your power for good. Attack the rising cost of privatized healthcare. Please provide children with the resources to receive prioritized self-care. Don't focus on TV shows that parents can cancel with discretion in their homes. Cancel lobbyists and politicians who've left us on an island all alone. Don't let the stimulus check buy your feelings. Literal pennies to silence your thoughts. Use the force you have behind you to show the Oval Office it has a boss. Lead the way, and I'll follow you. You'll have my unwavering support. But not if you keep attacking innocent folks like Captain Jack Sparrow in his divorce. Choose good over your one-sided opinions, and I'll fight beside you to my death. Keep canceling people on Twitter for exercising their freedom of speech, and I won't even supply you my respect. As soon as you stop judging individuals and acting like they're less than, I won't even come alone. I'll bring my fat fuck best man. Tommy fucking Washington, what's been up, man? How are you?
Dude, it was going so good until you fucked up that last line.
The last fucking line.
Which is funny because you call me a fat fuck all the time.
You would think it just rolls off the tongue at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It seems like every time we do a show, Pat, and we do them 3 days apart and then 4 days apart.
Yeah.
It's like pretty often. There's somebody else that got canceled.
Yeah, at least one person.
Yeah.
Or character.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going after real people.
No,
I mean,
we just
sometimes.
Yeah. Real ones that don't even deserve it.
Did you
every single time. Yeah, Mason. First time every time.
Fuck you, Mason. That's
I wish you guys were around really when Pat used to record these and I'd have to do it in like 3 or 4 takes.
That's not true.
It was fucking hilarious. Anyway.
Would I just become a better reader overnight?
I think you become more focused.
That can't be true.
Or we do this, what are we on, 62? We've been doing this for 31 weeks. 32 weeks. I think you just, gotten better over time.
32 weeks, name of the episode.
Huh?
32 weeks, name of the episode. We're always looking for an episode name, folks.
You remember how, do you know why it's 32 weeks and not 31, even though 31 goes into 62 2 times?
Well, we got rid of episode 1.
No, that doesn't count.
Why doesn't that? Oh, well, yeah, because we still count it.
Yeah, it's still an episode.
No, what week did we skip?
We had 2 weeks where we only had 1 episode.
Oh, okay. Why?
One night you and I got into a fight and I deleted it.
Oh, yeah.
Until you get out of here.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And then what the fuck was the other one?
Was it while you were on vacation? No, we aired while you were on vacation. Speaking of, if you have the opportunity to listen to live from Texas, you should skip that one.
Yeah, facts. Maybe the next live from wherever the fuck we're at will be better. Mainly because I will be here and be able to control the volume better than...
That will be the end of April, not the end of March, by the way.
Oh, you fucked that up, huh?
Yeah, my bad. I also requested vacation for the wrong month, not just day.
You're a fucking idiot.
It's cool, I fixed it.
You're a fucking idiot. Anyway, so let's get into mail time.
Let's do it.
We got one piece of mail. Let's do it.
Erica said, I remember. I don't know if that was to...
I think that's to the first time every time.
Time will tell. I was going to try to add a word to that special project that we'll be talking about shortly every day, but I think I'm just going to do one per episode so we can keep featuring him on the episodes. He said to a very focused Tommy who didn't respond. Oh, Carissa. What's up, Carissa? Hey, whatever happened to Blue Thunder? Blue Justice. I'm texting Blue Justice.
What the fuck is going on? Oh my God.
What's up? What'd you do? Mics weren't on, were they?
No, they were on.
You weren't recording.
I don't know what happened.
Will not break. It broke. What'd you do?
I don't know, Pat. I don't get what the fuck is going on.
We're going to play back some shit?
No, it's all fucking gone. Oh.
That looks like a lot. Shanghai. Carissa, not much is going on over here. I'm doing well. Started a weight loss challenge at work. I'm losing.
Rick's kicking your ass.
Rick is smoking me like a Thanksgiving turkey. Oh, phobic squirrel, barely late. Good for you. Like just a little teeny tiny pregnancy scare. Good to have you here. We're not quite sure what your brother has done. We know that it was destructive. He may have deleted some stuff. He's working on fixing it. We're staying live, but we're not still recording. He's pushing a lot of buttons. Erica said, so there I was, watching a podcast.
All right, we're good. Fixed it. Jeez, these things happen every once in a while. What are you going to do?
You know, Tom, mistakes are made. Sometimes you, forget to end a live gaming stream and shit just goes
you
haywire.
just fucking stream for fucking 9 hours.
Yeah, man, you roll with the punches, Tom. You know what? It always works itself out.
I tell you what, I want to thank Phobic for that one because none of us would have fucking known. Mason probably still be streaming that stream. If Phobic didn't shoot me a text say, Mason's running all nighter, huh? Rick is smoking you like a turkey you eat because you're weak.
There's nothing wrong with eating turkey, Mason. That's a game bird. You eat all the game birds you want.
Yeah, like cows.
Whatever, Erica. You say like cows. Hey, I don't know of a bird that has, pretty much every animal has that, cow skin. Even humans, we have, that weird patchy skin, some of us. I don't know of a bird that has that weird cow pattern.
In this game we're playing, there's these birds that come in and fucking attack you. You gotta shoot them out of the air.
By chance?
Is
their coloration that of a cow?
No.
All right.
Well, actually, I plan on in the podcast telling about what happens Sunday. And
oh, look at that! Mason got censored for trying to call me FAT.
All right, ready? Ready to do mail? All right, we got one piece of mail, Pat. We're just gonna keep on going like nothing ever happened.
All righty.
All right. Fuck, man. There was something before that meltdown happened with this that I wanted to say.
Well, now everybody knows you had a meltdown.
I didn't have a meltdown. The software had a meltdown.
Mm-hmm.
Or the operator of the software. Whatever.
Yeah, one of the two.
Something happened and I had to fix it. No big deal.
It's all fixed now.
But I forgot what I was going to say. But anyway, that's what I was going to say. I was going to tell everybody. So we emailed out the Would You Rather, and I thought it was a fucking stellar.
It was a good one.
So for those of you that don't get the email, you should go to the go to the website, number9podcast.com or number9withtommypodcast.com. Go to the bottom of the page, subscribe to the email link. It'll send you a link, activate the link, and boom, you get the emails. But anyway.
I think we should mention that this Would You Rather was brought to you by Tommy himself.
Yes.
I did not think of this Would You Rather.
Neither did I, Pat.
What do you mean? Who did?
I found it on the internet.
You piece of shit.
It's a good one, though.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
It's good. It is a good one.
So the question is, would you rather have your parents watch you have sex or watch your parents have sex?
What's your answer?
You know what, man? I'm going to go with have my parents watch me have sex.
Why was that such a hard thing for you to debate?
Well, because at first I'm like, I don't want my parents to see what kind of freaky shit I'm into. But then I thought, what kind of freaky shit they might be into? You know what I mean?
That's a valid counterpoint to your own argument.
Yeah, right? So then I was like, oh, well, we can go either way with this one. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. They've seen me naked. I'm their kid. The fuck's the difference?
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I don't
want them to see my vinegar strokes, but at the same time,
it's whatever. I would you can make yourself some fucking popcorn and watch me. I don't care. Mostly because one, I get laid out of the deal, so I'm good. But two, just watch quietly, man. You know, kick back, relax, enjoy yourself, I guess.
Well, no, Pat, can you really participate in this? Would you rather?
I have a very loving mother. If I'm dying out of breath, she'd probably be like, "Hey, do you want your inhaler? Would you want?"
Your mom has seen you have sex before because you've had sex with her.
My mom's walked in on me having sex on a plethora of it. My mom's seen me have more sex than I've seen her have sex. Well, and unfortunately, I've seen her have a lot of sex. Yeah. Now that I think about it, my mom and I have a super unhealthy relationship.
That just occurred to you now?
Yeah, people tell me all the time. Mason said, I guarantee the Marine is some messed up stuff. Yeah, I assume that my father is not into messed up stuff. If I had to guess, my father is 100% missionary in complete control. I'm basing this based on life experience, not off of sexual experience.
You sure about that, Pat?
No, I'm not positive.
No, about the life experience, not the sexual experience.
Yeah, I've never had sex with my dad.
So anyway, back to my question. Can you participate in this Would You Rather because you've seen your parents have sex?
Yeah.
So you can't participate. The Would You Rather doesn't apply to you.
That's like saying I can't answer the question, would you rather have coffee or tea, because you've already experienced both. Well, no, I still have a fucking answer.
All right.
The answer is I want to bust a nut.
Pour that pot of hot coffee on my taint.
What the? Oh my God. You think my dad likes being tortured? I do not think that that's how that goes, Mason.
Nah, he'd have too many flashbacks.
I will say, I don't know if I've ever told this story on the podcast. We were traveling up to Connecticut from Virginia on vacation one year. We had, the van where there's no middle section.
Down by the river?
Nope, different van. You can lay in between the two seats, the two front seats. So there's fucking, 5 kids shoved into the vehicle. That's an alarm. It doesn't count. There's 5 kids shoved into the vehicle. So I'm laying between the two seats taking a nap. They go to McDonald's while, Patrick's taking a little nappy nap because they're smart. And there's a serious investment if you bring Patrick to McDonald's. So they secretly all get McDonald's. My fucking mom goes to grab her cup and it collapses in her hand. And she dumps a fresh brewed black coffee all over me while I'm sleeping as a fucking 7-year-old, to the point where they had to pull the van over and calm me down because I was just sobbing.
Nice.
Other than that, though, my mom's relationship with me is pretty healthy.
Oh, then that's the unhealthy part of your relationship. But anyway, so let's get to this piece of mail. Came in from my boy Griff. I'm pretty sure I know that at some point we talked about this on the last episode, so he must have emailed in. He said, I'll be the first to say it. I fucking hate kids. All in caps. So
what is that in reference to?
I don't know, man. We must have been talking about kids on the last show at some point.
Because I called them Earth Cancer.
Oh, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny.
Griff, kids are the greatest and single worst thing in the entire world. So I'm half with you.
I'm 100% with you.
And that's from a man who has one.
Yeah.
Or more. We know of
You want to hear about my conversation with him tonight?
Sure.
Come down here. Go upstairs and have dinner. I said, do I need to shut off this computer? Because he's being loud and shit, and I don't like it. So he's like, we're having fun. I'm like, okay, bet you are. So I come over here, right? I'm minding my own business. Comes downstairs, and he's like, hey, so are you streaming tonight? I'm like, well, Pat and I are recording a podcast. It's Wednesday. And he's like, oh, you think on Saturday or something you can download that thing on my computer for me? And he wants this thing that changes his mouse different colors. That's all he wants.
Doesn't his mouse change colors anyways?
His keyboard does. His fucking mouse, he had a program that's part of the thing, whatever. So I go, I don't know, because Erica brought this. Now, last week I came home and he was doing what every 12-year-old would do.
Masturbate?
No. When you ask him to do the dishes, he's not emptying the clean dishes. He's just adding the dirty dishes to the clean dishes and trying to make more fit. So, in reference, he could do less work.
Hold on. There were clean dishes in the dishwasher, and he rinsed more dishes. No, you guys don't even rinse your dishes because you have like the world's greatest dishwasher. So he just put filthy fucking dishes on top of the clean dishes.
And then started the dishwasher and washed the clean dishes again.
I like it. Those are super clean dishes.
I don't. I was super upset. Now, this was when I got home from pool last week.
It does cut down half the work. It's kind of a heady play from him.
It's a fucking lazy-ass play from him is exactly what it is.
Oftentimes, efficiency is confused with
whatever you say.
Laziness.
No, it's laziness because you didn't want to put the fucking dishes away. But anyway, so I go up to his fucking room, pissed off, and I'm like, hey, stop putting fucking dirty dishes in the dishwasher. Empty the fucking dishwasher. Oh, well, they weren't all clean. Well, I guarantee you some were fucking clean. So I went down, I emptied the dishwasher, put the fucking dirty dishes back in the dishwasher, and fucking ran the dishwasher. Right? Had that conversation, and I said, do it again. And we're washing the fucking dishes by hand.
I was just going to say, why don't you just unplug the dishwasher? He has no fucking clue. Just tell him it broke.
Well, listen. So Erica tells him to do the dishes today. Now, she made me some broccoli the other day, and she steamed it with a big pot.
Yeah.
And she literally only had water in this pot.
Yeah.
Well, that pot was in the dishwasher today. She put it in there yesterday, washed the dishes, told him to do the dishes. She comes home. Yeah, I did the dishes. Opens the dishwasher. The fucking pot's in there.
Nice.
No, it's dirty. It only had fucking water in it.
Right.
So he went upstairs for dinner. She said something to him. He comes down here. Yeah, maybe I will download it on Saturday. When do you think you'll be able to do the fucking dishes the right way? Maybe that's when I'll download it for you.
Nice.
I was just asking you a question. I'll just give you a fucking answer. Like, I don't understand what's your problem. And then he got all upset and walked away. So that was my conversation with my kid.
I think doing the dishes by hand will be a good exercise in how to rectify this problem. Listen, not every house has a dishwasher. I didn't have a dishwasher for a long ass time.
That's I'm with you. He also, like, I allow him to put those big pots and shit in the dishwasher. When I was a kid, we couldn't do that. We washed the big pots by hand.
They take up too much space.
Yeah, that's right. You wash the big ones by hand.
But here's the thing, right? And like, this is something that people with anxiety learn, like in therapy. I don't know why, but I've heard multiple people talk about this. And that's where a therapist will be like, you don't have to pack the dishwasher. Like, you can run it short. So what if it's half full? Like, why is it so instilled in us that I will not run the fucking dishwasher unless it's full?
Yeah.
But then I started hearing this. I'm like, that's a good point. Why can't I run the dishwasher every day? Because it's going to raise my electric bill $10?
Yeah.
Like, what stops me from being able to do this? It's completely in my head. And since then, I've been much more lax about it. Like, if it's 3/4 full, I'm running the fucking dishwasher. I'm not going to wait.
Well, especially since you're by yourself. How many dishes? Like,
that's the thing. Is
half the time you're by yourself. So.
Yeah. If I don't fucking do the dishes, or if I wait till it's full, it's literally
every dish you own.
Yeah. Emily leaves Monday morning, and she does the dishes on her way out the fucking door because she's a saint. So I wouldn't do the dishes again until like Saturday morning.
Yeah.
I mostly wash them by hand anyway.
We got some activity. I mean, this is all mail time, but fuck it. Mason said, my kid won't even load the dishwasher. She's so lazy. Well, she's like 8 months old, Mason.
She's more than 8 months old. She's pushing 9 months, I believe.
Yeah, you're an asshole. Dude, I gotta tell you something. We're done with this. It was the funniest fucking thing that happened today. Oh, man.
You may want to make a note so you don't forget.
Yeah, we haven't had one for a few months now. Phobic, that sucks, bro. They're like $300, dude. Just go buy one. What's the matter? Pat would want to eat off the dishes after he washed them. Pat, would you want to eat off the dishes after you wash them? That's a good point that Eric is making. That he's going to half-ass it. If he's half-assing doing the dishwasher, he's going to half-ass washing them by hand, put them away, and then I'm going to go eat something.
Got an even better solution. Make him wash all the dishes by hand, okay? When he's done, say, now load him in the dishwasher and run it. Because then they still really get clean, but he wastes all that time cleaning them for no reason.
Yeah, Mason, I will make sure it's in the privacy of my home when I tell him the story that happened today. It was fucking hilarious.
Mason said you may want to tell him off air. And
that's why I just said I didn't have to.
I know, but I was making sure that people understood who aren't watching this live stream why you would have just responded to nothing.
All right. We go with mail time now?
I'm pretty sure we're done after Griffin said one sentence.
All right, cool.
You have set up so many keywords for these Stream Elements ads, and we're still going over the Christmas bundle. Tom,
yeah, I don't know
where the fuck are you on this?
I don't know how to delete the Christmas bundle thing out of there. I tried multiple times. It's not even on the fucking website. I don't know how it pops up, but it does.
Erica said, I told him he's not allowed to run the dishwasher anymore. Just load and unload. He won the war.
Did he though? Because that's the easiest part is starting it.
It may also give Erica the upper hand because she can then approve of the job one way or the other. Like you can't say, oh, I did unload the clean dishes before I put the dirty dishes in. If I can open the dishwasher and go, nah, motherfucker, half these are clean.
Well, Phobic thinks that the Stream Elements Christmas thing is built in OBS. I don't know. I'll have to fuck around with it. I really tried on the website and I couldn't get rid of it, so I just click on it, see where it goes. I don't know. Maybe it goes to a Valentine's bundle. I don't know. Which is best to.
Yeah, where's my St. Patty's bundle? I'm thinking of a new shirt, by the way.
Please do.
It is going to have the image of a vulture on it. I will give you that hint.
We put a new mouse pad up there the other day. It's number 9 with Tommy gaming mouse pad.
Nice.
All right, Pat, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, you want to tell the number 9ers a new thing? Or your new thing?
So, I set up an account on Urban Dictionary. So now if you go to urbandictionary.com and you
hashtag no free ads.
Hashtag no free ads. Look up the number 9 with Tommy podcast. I think there's a the in it. I'm not positive. Look up number 9 with Tommy podcast. Maybe it'll pop up. You know what? Do some of the fucking work on your own. Don't make me do everything. Anyways, I'm going to be contributing as frequently as I can, which at this rate seems like it's going to be once per episode. We'll give you the new word on the show, but if you want to go see the collection, it will be available at urbandictionary.com. The first word that did you put the word up so I can read it off the screen? It literally says, new item we've added with screenshot. So that you would put the screenshot on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't do that, Bet.
I see that. Hold on.
Here's the problem, Bet. You send me a lot of screenshots, and most of the time it's for shit that we don't even talk about.
So, I'm a little upset that this is our first word, and there were actually 2 previous different interpretations of what it means.
Ooh.
Yeah, so now I'm competing with other Urban Dictionary columnists. That's right. I'm a columnist. I'm an editor. You know, no big deal.
Podcaster,
kind of a reporter, if you will. I'm a part of the media. But the word that I am that the number 9 is bringing to the public is tampedo. The definition of tampedo is when a feminine hygiene product is shot out of a menstruating ham wallet with such force that it splatters upon impact, leaving a mark made of uterine lining, resembling a psychiatrist's ink blotter test. You're familiar with the Rorschach test?
Yeah.
The ink blot? Yeah. Okay, so then you have to give an example sentence. Okay, so our sentence is, I don't know why Karen wore a skirt to gym class while she was on her period, but when she got pegged in her belly by the dodgeball Tommy threw, she shot a Tampedo onto the floor so hard that it left a plate-sized crater on the basketball court, and we all kept discussing what it looked like as if we were taking the Rorschach ink blot test.
Nice.
So that's where we're at. That's entry number 1. Entry number 2, already written. I have not submitted it yet, but it's a doozy. What's up?
You're fucking out of control.
I sent Tommy number 2 today. Did you like number 2?
I like them all, Pat. They're fucking hilarious. All right, so I assume that you want to go over this news article first with what happened to this poor kid, and then the response by a friend.
Yeah, I mean, I like that you called him a poor kid.
Well, poor guy. So Myers Leonard. Anybody know who that is? I didn't until I read this article. No idea who he was. Apparently, he was part of FaZe Clan. You know what FaZe Clan is? Same gaming clan that Nick Merck's part of.
No shit. Yeah. It says how many followers
he had. 64,000 followers.
Where is this, Tom? Feedback?
In the outgoing.
All right. Podcast outgoing.
So Heat Center Myers Leonard dropped by gaming sponsors after anti-Jewish slur. He was streaming on, I believe it said Sunday night?
Yeah.
Tuesday night. So this must have been last Tuesday. He was streaming last Tuesday and somebody sniped him and he said, "Effing coward, don't effing snipe me. You effing," which K-E B-H, which I assume means kike bitch.
That is correct. And oddly, it's okay with everybody if you say it because you're quoting somebody. I never really understood that.
Me neither. So pretty much what it goes on to say is that he got dropped by FaZe. He was sponsored by Scuf as well and a couple other gaming sponsors.
Yeah, all sponsors dropped him.
All sponsors dropped him for his gaming stuff, and he was also indefinitely suspended from the Miami Heat.
Yeah, 58,000 followers on Twitch was the number.
I mean, I'm struggling to get 50.
FaZe was quoted saying, "We're incredibly disappointed to hear Myers stream. FaZe does not tolerate hate speech or discriminatory language of any kind. While Myers is not a member of FaZe, we are cutting ties with him. This community has so much growing to do. Let's get better together."
Oh, so he's not a member of FaZe? Well, he was on like a charity stream that they were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's what it was.
Leonard said, "While I didn't know what the word meant at the time, my ignorance about its history and how offensive it is to the Jewish community is absolutely not an excuse, and I was just wrong." Here's the thing. Do I think that this guy should his sponsors that take part in his gaming drop him all day? Absolutely.
Really?
Yes. Because it is a direct reflection of them. That's like if you do something at work, you're a reflection of your company. It doesn't matter if the company agrees with what you did. It's already happened.
Yeah.
That ship has sailed. Now, should he be suspended indefinitely from his NBA career that has nothing to do with his gaming stream? Absolutely not. Should he be fined? Sure, I guess. If you need to publicly punish him to take a stance, fine him. Suspend him for a game. Hit him where it hurts. That's fine. But there's no reason to take away this guy's livelihood because he said something and then immediately said, "I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know what it fucking meant."
Yeah.
I mean, how old were you, or do you remember how old you were when you realized that it wasn't like kite? A lot of people confuse that word to begin with.
Yeah.
And it's so much more prevalent to hear racial slurs than anti-Semitic slurs. We're not really in a community, I've never been a part of a community, where like making fun of Jews is the popular thing to do.
Yeah.
So now I know what the word means, but I also, what's the movie with Brendan Fraser? School Ties. School Ties was a movie that's what the movie was about. I saw that when I was a kid. So I immediately knew what the word was. That's not really what we want to talk about, though. What we want to talk about is not the reaction of all those people. What we want to talk about, did you put this into the podcast?
Maybe.
All right. Julian Edelman's response. This goes with the theme of the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, which is, Tom, how do we fix all of the world's problems?
Love thy neighbor.
Love your neighbor. That's it. So an open letter to Myers Leonard from Julian Edelman. So we've never met. I hope we can one day soon. I'm sure you've been getting lots of criticism for what you said. Not trying to add to that. I just want to offer some perspective. I get the sense that you didn't use that word out of hate, more out of ignorance. Most likely, you weren't trying to hurt anyone or even profile Jews in your comment. That's what makes it so destructive. When someone intends to be hateful, it's usually met with great resistance. Casual ignorance is harder to combat and has greater reach, especially when you command great influence, because he's a prominent guy. He's an NBA basketball player. Hate is like a virus. Even accidentally, it can rapidly spread. I'm down in Miami fairly often. Let's do a Shabbat dinner with some friends, and I'll show you a fun time. Edelman, presumably a Jew, after what he just wrote. Let's do a Shabbat dinner. I did not know the term Shabbat dinner until I looked it up after I read that. So let's assume Edelman's a Jew since he has that knowledge. Is like, hey man, I get it. You said it. It was fucking stupid. How about I teach you about the culture instead of distancing myself from you like everybody else in the world has? This is beautiful. Julian Edelman may be my favorite player in the NFL right now.
Maybe he's also a closet number 9er.
That's a good point. Edelman may be listening right now. He may be watching. You know what, Edelman? If you're watching, just say something on the chat. Well, do it under your real name so we know it's you. Mason said, preach Tom 50 is hard and we don't even call people stupid racist slurs. Then Mason said, yeah, but Pat, situations are situational. And then Mason said, I don't know if Edelman is a Jew, but he may be Jew-ish. Mason, that's fucking fantastic. What a great pun. And borderline anti-Semitic, I don't really know where that falls.
Erica says, he says hi.
Got a pun. Oh, Edelman is watching. Perfect, man. Oh, we're glad you could catch the show. Oh, because he's a wide receiver. Oh, my God. Bringing the puns heavy today on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. Pun heaven. That's the story, man. I think that's a great story. I love Edelman for doing what he did and for loving his neighbor.
Me too.
Kudos to you.
That's a real good feel-good story, Pat. It's a bad story. Turned into a good story.
Look at that. A little positivity put on a bad situation made the situation better, not worse. Amazing how that can work out.
Speaking of positivity, you want to talk about Gabriel Iglesias?
Yeah. Where's the article, Tom? So I can fucking
the same
find
spot
it.
The last one.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh.
Were you going to call me a slur? Fucking jerk. So the title of this article, we should note that in the intro, I said the last person to voice Speedy Gonzalez was a comedian. I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. Gabriel Iglesias. I said that before I knew that Gabriel Iglesias then went after cancel culture for trying to cancel Speedy Gonzalez in the upcoming Space Jam movie. So Gabriel Iglesias said, after hearing that the mouse perpetuates corrosive stereotypes, he jumped on Twitter and said, I am the voice of Speedy Gonzalez in the new Space Jam. Does this mean they are going to try to cancel Fluffy too? Iglesias, who is nicknamed Fluffy, posted with an image of Speedy Gonzalez, says, you can't catch me, cancel culture. I'm the fastest mouse in all of Mexico. So, using his power for good, like a topic that we can't hammer home enough, this man is using comedy to just deflect. He's just deflecting cancel culture. He's going, you can't catch me. I'm the fastest mouse in Mexico. And have you ever watched him?
He's fucking hilarious.
Dude, when he does that fucking accent, it cracks me up.
Yeah.
Him and he's probably the best one I've ever heard do it.
The other, Carlos Mencia was.
That was the one I was going to mention, but I didn't want to. Like, Mencia is not on the same level with that. Mencia, his show, Mind of Mencia, I can't fucking believe it got canceled. That show was funny as fuck.
Well, he got in some trouble for supposedly stealing some jokes from people.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense. That's not loving your neighbor, bro.
No, that's hating your neighbor. Who was the other one? Fuck. George Lopez. He did like good accents.
Yeah, George Lopez was good, fantastic actually. Let's see. I'm reading the rest of this article. I don't think there is anything else.
No, there's nothing else really in it. It just goes on to say about who else is getting canceled and the article that fucking guy in the New York Times wrote.
It does go heavy on Pepe Le Pew.
That's because, well, you want to talk about that?
We might as well. It's in this article and it's in the article you brought, right?
Well, the thing I brought.
Oh, you didn't bring an article.
There is an article that you sent me. It's Goodbye Pepe.
I gotta tell you, I was just firing articles at you. Do you get a notification? Like, does your phone go off when I send you an article?
No, when I check my email, it's all in there.
Were you just like, what the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, I know. Usually late Tuesday, early Wednesday, I'm getting all kinds of fucking emails from you. But anyway, so there was. I want to get his name before his name.
Blow.
Yeah, Blow.
For real. Charles Blow. Chuck Blow.
Chuck Blow wrote. He's a columnist for
New York Times.
The New York Times wrote an article about how Pepe Le Pew incites rape culture.
Some of the first cartoons I can remember included Pepe Le Pew, who normalized rape culture, Speedy Gonzales, whose friends helped popularize the corrosive stereotype of being drunk and lethargic Mexicans, and Mammy Two Shoes, a heavyset black maid who spoke in a heavy accent. Reruns were a fixture in the pre-cable days, so I watched the children's shows like Tarzan, about a half-naked white man in the middle of an African jungle who conquers and tames it and outwits the black people there, who are all portrayed as primitive, if not savage. I watched the old Our Gang, Little Rascal shorts, in which Buckwheat, the Buckwheat character, summoned all the stereotypes of a pickaninny. What the fuck is a pickaninny? The fact that you know what that word means one of two things. One, you're old as fuck. Or two, racist yourself. And of course, I watched Westerns that regularly depicted Native Americans as aggressive, bloodthirsty savages against whom valiant white men were forced to fight. You know what you could have done? Turn them the fuck off and stop watching them. Racist.
No, it's just like what the fuck, man? Just like why? Like, does nobody realize that it was a sign of the times?
Here's the thing: we've come up with a solution to a problem that already had a solution. I'm not being funny. So when they said, "Hey, we should stop putting foul language in movies," they didn't stop putting it. What did they do?
They bleeped it out.
They put a warning.
Yeah.
Right? Foul language, nudity, violence, smoking is an actual warning. You see it. You know, frequent smoking, drug use, all kinds of different warnings. Why not just put, like unrealistic stereotypes or harmful stereotypes? Why are we canceling these things? Why is there a new solution to a problem that already had a solution?
Yeah.
The solution was already in place. And unless you guys want to cancel the FCC because they're not doing a good enough job, which I don't see anybody doing, then I don't see the fucking problem here. The fact is, again, we just talked about this. Eddie Murphy can do whiteface and nobody bats an eye. So if it's okay for certain people to do these things, I'll give you another example because I was listening to some music on my way up just now. And I'm laughing because Eminem has made, before cancel culture really came out trying to cancel him, he had already made a song called Tone Deaf. And when cancel culture tried to cancel Eminem last week, he released the song a second time with a video this time. And in the song, he's saying, you're never going to stop him from doing what he does. He can't hear you. He doesn't care. He's going to be him. And I'm listening to Crack a Bottle. Remember Crack a Bottle? was either Crack a Bottle or Old
Bet
Time
you bought
Sake.
it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was either that song or Old Time Sake. And Dre says, I'm Dre from back in the day, from the NWA and the Black and the Gray, from choking a bitch to smacking her face. Now, Eminem, the whole cancel culture thing is because Eminem said in the song with Rihanna, Love the Way You Lie, he said, I'm going to tie her to the bed and set this house on fire. How's that different than from choking a bitch to smacking her face? It's the same shit. Now, do I think you should cancel Dr. Dre? Nope. I also don't think you should cancel Eminem. Here's why. There's a fucking advisory on the songs, on the CDs, on everything you can get. It says explicit lyrics. There's a fucking solution in place. I'm sorry, we've ignored tons of people. Oh, okay, so Phobic agreed with you that Gabriel, Carlos Mencia stole jokes.
Yeah.
Mason said, I bet Chuck Blow loved to do mathematics in his spare time. Racist. Oh my God, you do the next one.
Pickaninny is an offensive noun for a small black child. Why Erica knows that is surprising to me.
Yeah, Erica, what the fuck?
This is my favorite one. Can I please read Mason's next one?
Hold on. I said that the guy who said he knew the definition of pickaninny was either 1, old as fuck, or 2, racist himself. Well, Erica, you are not racist. I know that for a fact. Tom, go ahead.
It's fucked up, man.
I'm just going off of what I said previously.
White rappers, or Mason says, white rappers are appropriating black culture, but Darius Rucker is an icon. Facts.
Valid point.
Right?
Erica said, I looked it up, dummy.
Sure. Face.
Yeah. Again, I also appreciate Darius Rucker. I have no problem with him doing country music. I think it's great. That Wagon Wheel's a fucking kick-ass song.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't write that song.
What do you mean?
He didn't write that song.
Is that a remake? Or
Yes.
somebody else just wrote it?
It's a remake.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that. Oh, whatever. He did it better.
A white guy did it.
Who wore it better? Darius Rucker did. I love that dress on you. So here's the thing. I'm fine, again, with censorship. I do not think that censorship is a violation of anybody's rights. Do you? I mean, censorship, I'm sure at one point was a very big deal.
Censorship as far as what? Like
Putting
advisories on things?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I have no problem with that.
If you were informing the consumer of what they're getting themselves into, I do not have a problem with that. In fact, you guys should probably go after them motherfuckers making the food with all the shitty shit in it. Have them start putting warnings, like Surgeon General warnings on their fucking food that are causing all kinds of fucking problems. If you're looking to cancel something, go after, what is it, Monsanto?
Like, why aren't we canceling shit like that? You know what I mean? We put
Again, we're going after low-hanging fruit. We're going after Pepe Le Pew. Pepe Le Pew hasn't been relevant in 30 fucking years. But because Space Jam's coming out,
they got canceled.
And that's a shout out to, Looney Tunes. It's a throwback.
He's not even in the fucking new Space Jam.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. Well, I don't know what made them go after Dr. Seuss. And so here's the thing. This is my main point. Cancel culture keeps saying nobody went after Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss's company did this on their own.
Somebody fucking said it at the company.
Somebody said, yeah, the company said, we're going to stop doing this. Not they got canceled, but we've made a conscious decision to stop doing this. Kind of like the Redskins changing their name before.
Well, they were getting blowback for years.
Okay, that's a good point. Here's my thing. If you infringe on my rights, I have a problem. If you don't infringe on my rights, then we're good, right? So if you put a warning on something that I'm consuming, whether it be audio, visual, edible, whatever it is, if you want to tell me that there's a fucking problem coming my way, in your opinion, cool, got it. Now I can make an educated decision. I appreciate the advice. If you put artists in a position to be less free, if the people making Dr. Seuss books go, okay, we made this, we don't want to display our art anymore. Well, fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Because that was something somebody created. It wasn't done out of hate. It wasn't done out of malice. It was an artistic expression. That's it. The same goes for Eminem's music. The same goes for, Gina Carano being an actress and posting something on Twitter. Stop canceling her fucking artistic ability for something, first off, that she fucking reposted. It was somebody else's independent idea. She reposted it, and you cancel her ability to be creative and artistic. This goes hand in hand with what you do to Bill Gates. It goes hand in hand with what you do to Jeff Bezos. You know, if somebody's good at something, we almost don't want them to do it anymore.
Well, the problem is too, though, is that those, like Bill Gates, is 100% behind this fucking shit.
Well, until they come for him.
Well, yeah, it's just, yeah, it's just.
My point is,
fucking nuts.
Everybody's fine with taking each other's freedoms. It seems like you have to understand that you are the fucking light at the end of the tunnel. You're next. Like,
yeah,
the pendulum always fucking swings back. It always fucking does.
Yeah.
And man, these people want to take away other people's freedoms, and that's where it really upsets me. It's not that they are like, oh, you know, your kids shouldn't read this or listen to this. Okay, I totally understand your opinion. I don't give a fuck about it, but I appreciate it. Like, I get you have an opinion.
Well, so Pat, you ready for this? We kind of steered right over this, but this goes hand in hand with my meme.
Oh yeah, let's do your meme. Hold on, before we get to your meme. Mason said it was a cover that Erica looked up that word. She didn't. Mason also said Old Crow Medicine did it better. Oh, that's the people wheel that really did originally did Wagon Wheel. Erica put caution, McDonald's serves hot coffee. That's a perfect example. Perfect example. There's no fucking downside to them just putting, like, okay, somebody got burned and it was fucking bad. It was really, really bad. That coffee was way too hot for consumption. So you put a fucking warning on it, and now everybody's aware that the coffee is going to be very hot. Pay attention.
Pretty much.
She said, comes back to not being able to teach common sense. I agree. And if some people can't exercise common sense, let's put warnings in place for them. But don't take away their freedom to do what they want, and don't take away the creative people's freedom. I'm not artistic, right? Well, I need artistic people in my fucking life.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, this is like, you know what I mean? Could you imagine them trying to cancel? Well, they ain't gonna cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
I gotta tell you, I just show up and rant. Like,
yeah,
I'm basically just letting off steam. I'm not being artistic.
It's still artistic, Pat. You're very
appreciate
artistic.
That. I paint a beautiful picture.
So this is a meme I saw today. It's fucking hilarious. The news article says, "Goodbye, Pepe. Here's why the longtime Looney Tunes character was canceled." And at the bottom, this guy posted, "I'm glad he's canceled and my children are safe. Now my son can get back to playing Grand Theft Auto, where he just set a hooker on fire and so he didn't have to pay her." That is like hand in hand what we're talking about.
Yeah. And it's fucking hilarious.
Yes.
Like a keen observation. Not a real creative one because we all already thought it, but thanks for putting it in fucking, text. This article, just so we're clear, says at the bottom, Chuck Blow. Chuck Blow says, I said Pepe Le Pew added to rape culture. Let's see. 1, he grabs and kisses a girl, stranger, repeatedly, without consent and against her will. 2, she struggles mightily to get away from him, but he won't release her. 3, he locks the door to prevent her from escaping. Tom, this is a serious-ass question.
Have I ever done that with Erica? Yes.
No. You ever seen, we'll call it 2 sets of parents and 2 toddlers, 1 boy, 1 girl, and the boy kisses the girl and the girl turns away and tries to run away and the boy's grabbing at her? How do the parents react to that?
I don't know. They probably laugh.
Right? They giggle. It's adorable. The kid's just trying to be sweet. The girl's running away. It's fucking funny. Tom, what age range is watching Pepe Le Pew on TV?
I would say no older than 6.
Okay. So that cartoon is really, it's a debate of art imitating life, life imitating art, right? This is what actually happens to the demographic that the cartoon is intended for. But we're like, no. If teenagers or adult men watch this show, they're going to rape people.
Hide your women, hide your kids.
Yeah. Thank you, Antoine Dotson. Are you fucking kidding? It's listen, Pepe Le Pew was not made to create rapists. I promise you. Nobody at, what is it? Who owns Looney Tunes?
Warner Brothers.
Nobody at Warner Brothers was like, how can we get a big... This is what they did. They created rape whistles. Okay, you know, the things that women blow on when they're under attack. And then they said, well, this industry has no market. There's not enough raping going on. So what we need to do is create a skunk who forces himself on another skunk so that the rape whistle sales can increase. It's a what?
A cat.
Okay.
A black and white cat.
So the skunk needs to go after the cat so that rape whistle sales can increase and we can draw a bigger profit. And that's when we really saw the price of rape whistles skyrocket. I think I just figured it out.
Phobos said, yikes, I'm not sure to what. Eric also said the common sense to not engage in materials that are offensive to you. People like drama, though. Keyboard crusaders.
It's true. It's
Facts.
so fucking easy. This goes back, you know what? The love thy neighbor thing, very, very biblical, right? Love thy neighbor is literally out of the Bible. Let's go with another one. If you don't like what you're watching or listening to, turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
Fuck. Don't pay attention to it, man.
Just walk away.
Mason said the problem with rape whistles is the more whistles you sell, the less rapes. So therein the problem, less whistles. That's why they have to keep pumping out these fucking cartoons, Mason.
Yeah.
They got to pump out these cartoons because the better they do with the cartoons, increasing the rate of rape, the better they do with rape whistle sales, which decreases the rate of rape. It's a never-ending cycle, bro.
Facts. Let's see what's next. Well, we're on this subject. Can I show the video I got?
Okay, Tom, I just want to be clear. The subject that we're on is fucking rape. What's your video?
It's good. It's a great video. It's a video.
Do you have a rape video?
Of Eric and I, yes.
Eric raping you. Okay.
All right, ready?
You guys want to see Tom get penetrated? Here we go.
It's hilarious. Put on your headphones.
Oh.
The problem, that's
Mason said that's a Bo Burnham line. Oh, I know. I'm familiar with the song. Oh, that's right. I haven't seen this.
Thanks for meeting with me today. There's some new terms on the construction site that you need to learn. Here are the ones that we cannot say anymore, so I need to make the list real quick for you. Man doors are out. Studs, especially in reference to king or jack studs, are out. Mailboxes, out. Any reference to female or male connectors, completely gone. On that list, no more cock, no more nuts, no more nipples. And you might as well be careful about talking about carpet too, because we don't want any confusion there. Man lifts are out. I'll give you a complete list here of everything you need to know. And by the way, all doors need to swing both ways.
I'm not going to lie. 1, that video is fucking hilarious. 2, all doors should fucking swing both ways.
Oh my God.
Or at least not have exit only. You're grossly underestimating the quality of that door. No door is meant for one-way traffic. It's fucking stupid. Unless it's inherently unsafe to have the door go both ways. Just let it go both ways. Fuck.
All right. You want to do the vocab?
Yeah, let's fucking do it. All right, Tom. I will tell you this.
That fucking video is great.
I went down to Don Lindsay's Pizzeria earlier today.
Man, I wish you would call in today.
I played the vocab game with Don Lindsay, and I fooled him. The game we're about to play, the same words.
So basically what you're saying is if I get this right, I'm smarter than Don Lindsay.
I don't think you have to get this right to prove that, Tom. So, you know what? Do you want to start with the funny words, or do you want to start with the real words?
Real words.
Okay. So, Tom, we're going 3 deep. 3 words. I'm going to give you all 3 words. Then I'm going to give you the words again with their definition. You're going to tell me which one is fake. Again, I've only created 1 fake word. Can you? You can't.
I can't read off. I can't see through the camera what's on your fucking screen. Do you have them marked to which one's real and which one's not?
Yeah, I wrote one of them, Tom.
So how the fuck? Oh, so I'd be able to tell them the font.
Yeah. One's different than the other 2.
Okay.
All right, Tom. The first word, cockerhaphiophobia. The second word, epidermastic. the third word. Gentacular. Tom, cockerhafiophobia. If you suffer from this, then you would very much rather not have this word appear in a spelling bee, since it describes the fear of failure. Epidermastic. Specifically, an all-natural glue used to close a wound too small for stitches and too large for a bandage. Gentacular. If when you're getting out of bed in the morning, you're offered a gentacular cup of tea, it means just about anything, in this case tea, related to breakfast.
Last one's big word.
Gentacular?
Yes.
Got him again.
Motherfucker.
The fake word.
That's the first one?
Oh my God, got him twice. Woohoo! Epidermastic is because I was sitting at lunch and I was thinking about glue, mastic, right? And I said, what could be a fake glue? And I said, skin glue, like epidermis.
They
So,
have skin glue.
Epidermastic, yeah, but it's not called epidermastic. I believe it's called epidermal, but I'm not positive. I did look it up to make sure I didn't nail a real word.
So look, man, this is the problem with your game, right?
Oh,
You're taking real things and just calling them different stuff.
I don't understand.
You're taking a real thing, skin glue, which is a real thing.
I don't know that skin
and
glue.
And you're just changing the
if
name.
If your wound is too big for a bandage, I don't think you could use skin glue at that point, could you?
I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, but I know they have stuff out there. They call it new skin. You go buy it right at the store.
Yeah, that's for that's very minor things.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's not like for a stab wound.
You're taking things and just making.
So here's the thing: is you're saying I need to take an outlandish definition, create a word for it, and then blend it into other fucking words?
Is this? Are you upset because I guessed the first one right? Because your definition said something about
the way
love thy neighbor.
It didn't.
It pretty much said
love thy neighbor.
It pretty much said love thy neighbor.
It said making food for a less fortunate neighbor.
Yeah, there you go.
And you were like, oh, that's it. Mason said new skin burns like hell. It sure does. It smells great though.
I've never used it. This I don't believe. My skin is impenetrable.
All right, Tom. You know how this works. I'm going to give you the word, the term. You're going to guess at the definition, no matter what. Then, if you're wrong, I'm going to give you the word in a sentence. You're going to take a second guess. And if you're wrong, I will give you the definition. Before we do that, Mason said, I had a gash when I had the vid and glued my thumb back together with that. Oof. Gross. I'm going to guess it was from cutting vegetables. Tom.
Yeah.
Your first word or term. Urkel jerk.
Urkel jerk?
Urkel jerk.
Where you have 8 guys in a circle and they're jerking each other off.
That's a circle jerk, Tom.
Well, I just figured Urkel was like sick.
So, word. I will help. As I was getting ready for Halloween, dressed as Steve Urkel, I busted a quick Urkel jerk.
Is that the stupid fucking thing that he does where he hikes his pants up on himself?
I forgot about that. That was a great move. No.
Well, hold on, man. So this is another misleading fucking question.
No, trust me. When you get this definition, you'll be like, oh, no, that makes sense. An Urkel jerk is when you're jacking off while looking in a mirror while you're dressed as Steve Urkel.
That cannot be a real word, dude. That's not a real thing.
It's right there on Urban Dictionary, which you and your team contribute to, Tom. So we have to take that as basically biblical. Yeah, Carissa said it wasn't fun to help Mason clean that cut off. So just to condense this story, Erica, Carissa helped Mason clean his gash. All right. Tom, this is one I feel like everybody's heard, but I'm not sure you know the definition because I had no idea what it was. Tom, your word or term, hot Carl. You ever heard of a hot Carl?
Something to do with shit.
Tom, you are on the right track.
I think it's where you eat shit.
Similar. The definition's really, or the sentence is really going to give it away. I pooped in my sock while in the Jeep and jumped out and gave a hot Carl to a homeless man.
Is that where you poop in a bag and give it to somebody?
That's where you excrete fecal matter into a sock and then hit a person in the face with the sock filled with feces.
That's fucked up.
Super fucked up. If anything, it should be called a cold Carl, but I get it.
We should
Temperature of the poop.
start doing
Carissa said, it was from washing my blender cutting blade. Summa bitch is sharp. Mason, you're going to want to wash the blade with something other than your fingers from now on. They actually have utensils to do it. Tom, your last and my favorite of the day. Your term is Frosty the Snowman.
What's the snowman, Pat?
Tom, that is incorrect. I will give it to you in a sentence. Me and the guys played Frosty the Snowman last night. It was not fun. That did not help at all. I know.
So where you like stick your balls in a cup of ice water or something like that?
You're on the right track. Tom, Frosty the Snowman is a game where you get you and 4 of your friends, mostly guys or girls who can squirt, and you all jack off into a top hat like Abe Lincoln would wear, and the last person to come, or the person who can't come at all, has to put the hat on and resemble a melting snowman.
It's fucking disgusting.
Frosty the Snowman, Tom.
It's fucking disgusting.
Come on.
A foul.
It's pretty cool.
You're a foul human being. It's pretty cool, he said. All right, you ready to move on, Pat?
Sure am.
All right. I don't know what this Gen Z thing is. I didn't read the meme. I put it in, but can't wait for you to explain it to me.
What's it say? It's a meme. So it's SpongeBob and I'm going to say, is that Squidward? I don't really know the
That's
character.
Patrick and Squidward.
Oh, you're correct. That's Patrick.
The SpongeBob is the one that looks like a fucking sponge.
Yep, that's fair. So, man, this is going to be tough for people who can't see it. But basically, it's 6 squares in 2 columns, 3 rows. So 2, 2, 2. And it reads like a comic strip. And Patrick says to Squidward, I'm Gen Z. Squidward says, what's Gen Z? And SpongeBob butts in and says, it means he's afraid of everything. Squidward says, no, it doesn't. Patrick says, Dr. Seuss, Eminem, gay jokes, dark humor. And then SpongeBob says, stop, Patrick, you're scaring him. He's going to cancel something. I just thought that was a good little cartoon. How the fuck is SpongeBob not getting canceled for something?
I'm sure you will. I don't get it. Is that like the generation that we're in?
Gen Z? I'm pretty sure your son is Gen Z.
That makes sense. You're
Yeah.
bullying me.
The
Stop
idea
bullying.
is that Gen Z is afraid of everything, and as a result, they cancel everything.
Makes sense. Okay.
Thanks for making me explain it.
So you want to get into the racist article? How writing is racist?
I'd like to point out that the article itself is not racist.
I read it today. I read it before you came over. Makes a lot of good points.
Tom, quick fact about media and their power. I did email this in. I did not put it on the timeline because it's not something that we want to get too into detail in because God knows it's just going to be a fucking nightmare. It's going to keep coming. I'm sure we're going to get more statistics on it. And in 2019, there were 2,000 unaccompanied minors in U.S. custody. Do you remember what a nightmare that was when these minors were unaccompanied and in custody?
No.
It was all over the news.
Yeah, I know. Trump was keeping kids in cages. And
Concentration camps, all kinds of crazy shit.
who built the cages, Joe? Who built the cages?
So that was 2 years ago. 2,000 children, unaccompanied minors in U.S. custody. Tom, today, there are 3,720 unaccompanied minors in U.S. custody.
And that's,
Not a fucking word.
and that sounds generated. But there's no crisis at the border.
I'm just saying, I'm not taking a side. I'm not making an opinion. Just saying, the media is a very, very powerful tool because 2 years ago, This was an absolute emergency that needed to be addressed because a racist dictator was running our country into the ground morally. Today, more than double the problem, but zero of the alarm. Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. So I don't watch this.
Yeah, our article. The dean at Arizona State says, what happened?
I'm laughing because I'm fucking.
Oh. Erica said Gen Z is kids from 6 to 24, kids of today. All right. Thank you, Erica. We appreciate you. Sorry about the old joke earlier. I take it back.
No, you don't.
I don't. The dean of Arizona State says grading writing based on quality is racist. It promotes white language supremacy.
You read the whole thing?
I did not.
You didn't? It's pretty good. I should have taken some. If I would have known that you didn't read the whole thing, I would have taken some notes and just hit some bullet points on this. But
I don't like to read works of fiction, Tom.
So basically what they're saying is that if we teach kids proper English, that promotes racism because only white people, because English language comes from Europe, which are white people, so we shouldn't be forcing the proper English language on people, and that they shouldn't be grading off a right or wrong basis, but off a how much effort you put into it. That's how they should get graded instead of right or wrong.
That makes sense. I mean, effort is how we grade adults in their careers. For example, Tom Brady, it doesn't matter if he wins or loses. It just matters if he shows up and makes effort, right? Isn't that how it works?
Yeah, I guess. So
Patrick Mahomes making $40 million a year. That's not because he wins all the time. That's just because he tries hard, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. I thought you were being serious at first.
No. And when I go to work, they don't care if I'm a profitable employee. They just care that I try. I give it the old college try. I do my best.
Your college try, Arizona State.
That's right.
And they don't care if you do it right or wrong. It doesn't matter. You can just do it however the fuck you want.
That's a good point. Yeah. I can come up with my own ways as long as I'm working hard. This way made more sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody would be fine with that.
I know a guy that does that, T-Dog. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it says. It's very similar to the article about the mathematics thing. And I'm next thing you know, history is going to be fucking racist because we're teaching kids about about black people being slaves in the 1700s and 1800s. And yeah, it's another crock of shit, bro. It's fucking insane to me. Like, here's my whole problem with the whole thing, Pat. And this is why, like, I really don't have a lot to say on the podcast about it because I literally cannot comprehend how people think that way.
I'm going to take a couple quotes out of this thing. You ready? In our society and educational systems, regardless of who you are, where you come from, or what your intentions or motives are as a teacher, if you use a single standard to grade students' language performances, you are directly contributing to the racist status quo in schools and society. Another one. All standards for good writing are deeply informed by a white racial habitus, which makes grading by such standards white supremacist. So all standards for good writing are deeply informed by white racial habitus. So if I said the only standard for grading will be the amount of effort you make, that would also make me a racist because it doesn't say anything about that. It says all standards. So we should have zero standards because that's the only way to not be racist.
It also says in there, Patrick, that if you speak proper English, which you are an avid person about the English language.
That's because I'm basically the Grand Wizard of the KKK.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is that you're racist.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't disagree that we should no longer speak English in America because we should definitely be speaking American in America at this point. But I've said that for fucking 20 years, and it has nothing to do with racism. It's because we don't fucking speak English. We fucking speak American. So if you said we're going to reform the curriculum to be relevant. If we're going to get words out of the American dictionary, not the English American dictionary, the American dictionary, we're going to take out words that are no longer used, like a proper cup of tea. We don't use that. It's not relevant anymore.
Or like Dow or whatever the fuck.
It's still funny, like a proper ass whooping.
Yeah.
So, but that's slang at this point. It's not used correctly.
Yeah.
You want to come up with an American dictionary? I fully encourage you. You have my support. You want to come up with a new curriculum where we have different standards for grading that still use actual units of measure for results? I applaud you. I think that's a great idea. But not because it's racist to not do it otherwise. Just because it makes more fucking sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you want to change with the times, good for you. But if you want to make a change and blame other people for the reason you're making a change, stop. What a stupid fucking move. How about you just grow a set and say, I don't like the way we do things right now, and I think it should change. Don't be scared of what people will say. Don't find a fucking scapegoat and say, it's because you're racist, that's why I want to change this. That's not why. Just because it just makes more fucking sense to do it the better way. It's fucking better. Do you think that we speak English? For real?
Like England English?
Yeah.
No.
It's not the fucking dialect that we use anymore.
No. I'm with it. Listen, I get 100% what you're saying. And basically what it is people want to change things, and they know the only way to get things changed is to say that it's racist.
Or hateful, or damaging, or harmful. Don't tell me that my high school diploma should have an asterisk next to it because I played on the fucking 1918 fucking White Sox that threw the World Series. But so that's a reference. Shoeless Joe cannot go into the Hall of Fame. Shoeless Joe Jackson cannot go into the Hall of Fame because he was on that team. Shoeless Joe Jackson's best statistics of the year were during that World Series. He played better in the World Series than he did the rest of the year. And they won't allow him into the Hall of Fame because the team threw the World Series. Because he had knowledge that it was happening and he didn't rat everybody out. Because he wasn't a fucking cock.
No, instead, he fucking tried to outdo the entire team.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this is really that. Don't fault me because there were racists that were providing me with an education. I got news for you. There were also people who were not racist providing me with an education. In fact, my two most influential and the kindest, gentlest fucking men who ever educated me were my 11th and 12th grade English teachers. And guess what? They graded me based on results. There's no fucking way that either one of them has a hateful bone in their body. I know them well.
Seems like you had a real touching relationship with them, Pat.
Definitely one of them. No, man, they were both they were really, really good guys. They were very influential. They changed the way I thought, which that's the education, right? Like I couldn't tell you.
I think it's more important for a teacher to have impact on their kids than it is to actually, like, if you can have an impact on the kid, then they're gonna get what you're putting down. You know
Yeah.
Like,
No, I passed those classes. I performed well in those classes because it was a pleasure to be there. Because they spoke directly to me, even if they weren't speaking directly to me. You know what I mean? What they said had impact always. So if that's what these people are trying to say, if they're trying to say we need to impact these kids positively, fine. I totally agree. But that has nothing to do with the grading. You know what I mean? Hold on, because Erica, who is a teacher, has plenty to say, so we're going to read it. Erica says, do you want to start watching shows on TV where the people don't know their lines, but they show up and try? No, I do not. That's a great point. Thank you for asking. She also said, so we don't teach students the parts of speech and how to create sentences, because what's the point? Excellent point. So how early are we teaching kids to be racist by teaching them proper English? Like, I use just the ability to use English for humor even. Like when I say, hey, Tom, I can show you that fist can be a verb. A verb is an action word. That's fucking funny because a fist is normally a noun. That joke's not fucking funny if you don't know what a verb is. That joke's not fucking funny if you don't have the concept of an action word.
Pat,
You didn't know what a verb was.
No, that joke's not funny.
You don't think me showing you how a fist can be a verb is funny? Like I'm fisting you?
I get it. I got the joke.
Like my Rolex is up in your guts?
I can't believe you said you don't know what a verb is. Yes, I know what a verb is.
That's when you said Pat, I was like, don't do this, Tom.
No, that joke's not funny.
That joke's killer.
Listen, Captain Dad fucking joke over here. Anyway, yeah, it's a wild time we're living in, bro. It's like the movie you just want to end. You know what I mean? Like, when's it gonna end?
Yeah, it's creating more division, which I swear is the intent. I'm gonna get to the bottom of that. I swear, everybody wants us divided so that somebody can take over. I don't know who that somebody is. I don't have a fucking clue. Because there's obviously evil at play.
Who?
I mean that wholeheartedly.
It's China, bro. China wants to take over the world.
Well, everybody wants to take over the world, right?
Not me, man. I just want to live in my own little bubble.
I don't know, man. It's disheartening. I can't wait to hit the streets and do our number 9 with Tommy survey, the first official survey with all kinds of clips and feedback and public opinion, and see how everybody else feels. We're going to have to go. You know, like we live in what's called a micropolitan. So it's a large town that operates like a small city. We have bus lines. We have...
Torrington is a city.
It's a micropolitan.
It's a city. It's the city of Torrington, not the town of Torrington.
Understood. Torrington is defined as a micropolitan, not to be confused with a metropolitan.
It's a small city.
We can get a certain opinion or a certain set of opinions in Torrington. So we'll do some polling in Torrington. But Thomaston, that's a town of like 8,000 people on a good day. That's like 8,000 people if they're throwing a parade, right? So we'll go to Thomaston and we'll poll some folks. Maybe we'll hit Waterbury and poll some folks. That's a city. That's a jam-packed city. We're going to go to different places. Maybe we'll go to blue-collar Bristol, where Aaron Hernandez is from.
Yeah, that's blue-collar.
Bristol? Dude, I got to tell you, being in customer service in Bristol was truly a treat because they were hardworking, honest. I love Bristol. Bristol's a great city.
Okay.
It's blue-collar all the way.
Reminds me a lot of Waterbury. It's like a step up from Waterbury.
I don't know. Well,
depending on what part of Bristol
I prefer the city
living.
to the country anyways. Well, that's not true. We should limit that. I prefer my own seclusion, but having things around me so I have options of what I want to do. Like if I could live in a cave in New York City, I'd consider it. Like nobody can come in though.
You're a fucking weirdo.
I hate New York City.
I had a good name for a show. I forgot what. Oh, we'll call it Z. Or whatever the fuck. Zen? Gen Z.
But good. Erica said, I saw a Facebook post today, and the person said the evil doer is the vice president. Basically, they said she drugs Biden, LOL, because she wants control. Yeah.
I could see that.
Like, the conspiracy theories that Republicans were like, that's a conspiracy theory. You guys are all fucking crazy, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the pendulum. Watch it swing all the way the other way. Because now there's all these conspiracy theories about Biden and him being, drugged or him being very unwell. I mean, I'm pretty sure, and I'm not positive on this, but wouldn't you have to make that public information?
Well, so I know they have to get seen by a doctor before they can get...
Yeah, but so I guess, are Biden's medical records...
public? No. Fucking HIPAA laws. Yeah.
You think so? You think HIPAA laws apply to...
They apply to everybody.
I don't know, man.
They don't have to disclose that information.
If Biden was diagnosed with, let's call it like stage 4 cancer and had 30 days to live, you don't feel like it's their obligation to inform the general public?
I feel like it's their obligation. Are they required to? No, they don't have to disclose his medical information.
So you think that this is like a moral and ethical obligation, but not a legal obligation?
Yes.
I don't like that at all. Moral and ethical obligation for lawmakers, politicians, lawyers, all those people. they might as well consider that the comedy semester in college.
Hey, what do you think? Because I'm recording a podcast, you can play late?
Oh, boy. Tom's son's getting in trouble for playing his game late. Colin, what time are you supposed to
Man, I
get off
let
the
you
game?
play early. Now you're getting off late.
What
It's
time are you-
8:50. I'm looking at that clock right now.
What time are you supposed to get off?
No, 8:45 is.
Hold on. You think that...
Look at him looking at me like I'm fucking crazy.
Time out. You think that the deadline for your gaming is 8:50? You think he set you a time between quarter of and an even hour? Just like right in the middle?
8:52 and 30 seconds.
It seems like a really weird time. Colin, I feel like your answer should have been, I'm sorry, Dad. I was in the middle of a game. I didn't want to give up on my friends. Did you
8:45. It's always 8:45.
You look very handsome, Colin.
Why are you hitting on my kid?
I'm not hitting on your kid. I'm complimenting your son.
You're fucking weird.
I would do.
All right, go take a shower.
Kid's dropping weight. Kid's looking good.
Good talk, man. 8:45. Thank you.
Colin, you should get off at 8:40 tomorrow for fucking it up today. That's right. I'm dishing out punishment here on the Number 9 with Tommy podcast.
See, this is the type of shit I'm talking about.
Wash the dishes.
This is the type of shit I'm talking about. He looks at me like I'm fucking crazy and goes, it's been 8:50. Motherfucker, I'm not fucking retarded. I know it was 8:45.
And I can't believe that he thinks that
That,
you would call him out like that without knowing what you were talking about before you called him out.
but that's the thing. And then he acts like this. He tells people all the time that like I just make up the rules as I go. Like, dude, I can retain information. If there's anything I'm good at, it's retaining information
Well, yeah, that and getting fisted.
all the time. But like, even with work, I retain information that most people can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for you to look at me and say it's always been 8:50, like I want to get him and slap him in the face.
It was a weird defense, I will say that.
Well, I don't think you think I really, guys. Everybody listening to the show, I don't think he thought I'd call him out because I was recording a podcast and he knows to be very quiet. While
He
I'm
did
recording.
like he was quietly tiptoeing past us to go upstairs.
Anyway,
he caught one.
fucking kids, man.
I think we can agree. Pepe Le Pew does not in any way, shape, or form encourage rape. I think we can agree that a Mexican professional voicing a Mexican mouse cartoon is not racist. It does not.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to agree. I want something that I want to say that I think we all can agree on, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me.
Go ahead.
It goes with the mouse, right? The reason he plays that mouse and does all those weird things because the stereotypes that we have for people are fucking funny.
Yeah,
They're true, but fun, like to some degree, right? Like everybody, black people like chicken. Like that's a funny stereotype,
because everybody likes chicken.
but mainly black people like chicken. That's why it's funny.
No, but that's not accurate. If
I don't know, man. My friend, Old Man Clutch, he loves chicken. And he
That's-
says it's definitely a black person, like fried chicken.
yeah, but I bet if we trace the roots of where that stereotype comes from, I could almost with certainty tell you that it comes from chicken being cheap,
That's exactly what I
chicken
was
being
saying.
available, and them frying chicken.
Oh my god, big oof.
Yeah, no shit. And chicken being made by the slaves to feed their families.
Well,
So,
no, like
That's where like the hurt on the other side of that stereotype comes from, and I get that. But and okay, like all Asians have small dicks.
yeah,
Like I don't know where that one comes from.
but it's funny.
But if an Asian person makes that joke, is that racist?
No, it's fucking funny.
But why, if a Mexican man voices a Mexican mouse, is that racist?
It's
I
not.
don't fucking get it.
That's what I'm saying. Well, listen, we learned also from The Simpsons.
Oh
and a
my
bunch
God.
of-
You know what they should have done? They should have had a French rapist do the voice of Pepe Le Pew. Then it wouldn't make sense to cancel him. You could just do the audio in prison.
But you get what I'm saying, right? Like the stereotypes are fucking funny.
Erica said, open mouth, insert foot, Tom. Maybe stop while you're ahead. Yeah, man. You were right. I don't agree with you on that one.
You don't think that's funny?
I think that anything with the intention of being funny can be funny. If you tell a joke about an Asian being a bad driver or a white person not being able to dance, you know what I mean? Or a Jewish person being cheap. If the intent of your joke is to cause people to laugh, then that can be funny. Don't get me wrong, it has to be funny. But if the intent had ill harm, then it's not fucking funny. But if the intent of this cartoon is to be cutesy and entertain children, allow it to be cutesy and entertain children, because it effectively did that. I remember. I loved Pepe Le Pew. It was fucking adorable.
That explains a lot about you, Pat.
You know who I really loved? And they can't cancel this motherfucker because he didn't talk. You know who I loved because he was fucking adorable? Chili Willy. Do you remember Chili Willy?
Nah, I'm getting fucking buried right now in the chat.
No shit, Tom. So Phobic Squirrel said, oh, scroll up. You're getting blasted.
I don't get it, man. I didn't even say you fucking me.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Scroll up, dickhead.
I'm trying to find a mouse. I don't get one with dick.
Oh, whoa, too much. Phobic Squirrel said, this dude who can retain information doesn't retain the right information. Mason said, speaking of heads, you can't make comments like that with that haircut, my dude. Phobic said, a head, question mark? What did I miss there?
I
don't know. Eric, because she said, quit while you're ahead. Erica said, I meant before he digs more of a hole. Mason said, also, speaking of head, it should have been Brett Wrongheart almost made a full episode. You piece of shit! God damn it. Mason, Tom, bring us to the next thing. The last thing. We're closing out the fucking show with this. Next episode, there's going to be a bunch of funny shit. Tom. God damn it, Mason.
I feel bad. I want to go out and cut that part out.
We're way past, we were sticking to an hour for fucking weeks, and we're way past an hour now. This is an actual post. This person has an epiphany, an epitome, whatever. They say, I always thought I was straight. Now I'm learning that I'm super straight. That's when a straight guy that wouldn't ever date a trans woman. So, is there a guy out there thinking that if they hook up with a dude in a dress, he's still straight? Now, this is obviously somebody who is, I don't want to say homophobic because that's not transphobic. So this is obviously a transphobic person. But it's a valid fucking point.
How the fuck is he transphobic?
Because I just feel like he is, man.
Do you know him personally?
I don't even know that was a him, bro. I cut off that part of it anyways.
That's what I'm saying. So how do you, like...
Because he's saying, okay, for example, he says, that's a straight guy. That's a straight guy that wouldn't ever date a trans woman. And then in parentheses puts a dude in a dress and makeup. Well, that's not how trans women identify. So that alone
says he's transphobic. That's not true. I've seen them at the store in dresses with beards.
And they identify as
a
dude in a dress with makeup?
No, a trans woman.
Correct. So
that's how they identify as a trans woman. He's
correct.
Explaining what a trans woman is. Or could be.
A trans woman is a person who was born male and identifies as female. Or, I guess...
Okay.
I don't know how they were born, but they currently identify as female. This guy's saying it's a dude. Right there. Him saying it's a dude shows that he's transphobic. Here's my point. Tom.
You're fucking wild.
I have a question. I believe that you are super straight. I guess this is a new thing. I'm assuming this is a new term. I'm guessing that you are super straight.
And I know that you're just straight.
So that's where I was headed with this. Is what if the guy that became a trans woman was very attractive?
You hooked up with the girl from Target, didn't you?
I'm not saying I did or didn't. I didn't. But
sure,
I certainly am not saying I would or wouldn't. Because I would. Not now, because so much weirdness has come of it. But if there was a very, very attractive person
and I knew
who identified as a female, but you knew for a fact that they had male body parts, and they said, man, Tom, I just want to give you dick hugs with my mouth arms. A mouth is a mouth, Tom. You're turning that down.
Zero chance.
What if they had the operation?
I don't give a fuck. If I know, like, I don't know that, and if they don't share that information, if I ever found out, like, that's how people get murdered.
Yeah, I love like the Jerry Springer episodes back in the day that were about that.
Yeah.
Like, we've been having sex for 17 years. By the way, I was born with a penis. You're like, wait, what? I never had a hint? This never came up?
That's how people end up murdered.
Mason said pre-op or post-op. That's what I'm saying. Like, where do I draw the line? I don't really know.
I draw a line at never.
I don't know, man.
They still have that chromosome that makes them a dude.
I will say this. I definitely identify...
So that guy's point, calling him a dude, they still, no matter what they do, they will have the chromosome that makes them a male.
Okay.
So it's still a dude.
I mean, that's right up there with you saying the chicken thing, man.
That a lot of people like chicken?
Yeah. And I saved you. I fucking gave you the perfect safety net. Because as soon as the words came out of your mouth, what did I say? I said,
yeah, all people like chicken.
Because all people love chicken. And you were like, yeah, but especially the black ones. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my shit.
You know there's people out there laughing about that. They might look like me with their hair.
Yeah, no shit. Like, I bet you when you see them, they're like, hey man, how you doing? You racist fuck.
Should I have went with watermelon?
I don't think that would have fixed the problem, Tom.
Oh, I like watermelon.
Mason said, because I'm not getting with a cross-dresser, but Google Gina Rosero and then give us an opinion. Hold on. I'm on it.
I gave you the perfect option.
Gina Rocer. Ah! There's so many people writing Rocero. Images.
This is great for a podcast.
Tom. But you're not fucking her.
I want
it. Mason, I think you just flipped Tom.
Nah. Zero chance.
Phobic said, stop taking it isn't funny. I agree. You would not have sex with this person.
No.
You're out of your fucking gourd. I implore everybody to go look up Gina Rosero. It's GeeNaRocero. Damn, she is hot as shit. Tom, you're out of your fucking gourd.
I don't agree with that whatsoever.
I'm just scrolling through pictures right now. Tom.
Okay. Can we end the podcast while we do this?
Tom, before we do.
The people listening cannot see what you're doing.
The people listening know that I'm scrolling through photos. Tom, if this human being was a keg, would you tap that shit?
No.
You're out of your fucking gourd.
No, I'm not.
What?
Dude.
What is going on? Mason said there is no dangling bits. Her Audi is an innie.
No,
Phobic
man.
said, so real quick. All right, go ahead, Phobic. We're listening. Only, I don't really know if it's... She isn't trans. I'm going to need an explanation there, because the article I pulled up literally just said, trans woman.
Great for podcasting.
No, let's find out what's going on with she isn't trans comment. It says transgender advocate, founder of Gender Proud. Does it say she's actually transgender? Man, I gotta tell you, Tom, she's a trans advocate. Tom, I just want to point out that this ridiculously hot woman who is actually not trans male to female, you have gone on record saying you would not have sex with.
I would not. I'm happily married. Can we end the show now? Because I stopped recording.
Did you stop recording? In the Glamour article, it says she is. It says she's trans or trans? She is a transgender model, Mason says. Well, I like this. Phobic and Mason. Can either of you provide a picture of her when she was 21 years old showing her genitalia, please?
What's her name?
Gina, Geena, Corro, Cor. No, that's the one that just got canceled. And it's spelled wrong. But she started beauty pageants at 15, Phobic Squirrel said. Mason said pre-op trans can be in a beauty pageant. Mason, how do you know all the fucking guidelines to beauty pageants? This has been a barn burner. Phobic Squirrel says, well, either way, who cares? Phobic Squirrel, would you tap that shit? Mason said she was also born in the Philippines, where being trans has been more widely accepted for years. Tom is researching for the first time in the history of the Number 9 with Tommy podcast. Tom is reading deep into this subject right now. Mason said she didn't move to America until her 20s. Okay, so she was in pageants, but they were in the Philippines, where transgenderism is a little more acceptable. I get it. Is she double trans if she transitions from male to female and transitions from Filipino to American? She does TED Talks and shit. Tom, are you going to keep us live like for the entirety of the evening?
Yeah,
Are you Mason?
I'm figuring this out, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to write the recap. Do 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 do. On today's episode, I had it on bold. Now I'm already annoyed.
I would have to watch the interview that says that shows. We have to end the podcast, Pat.
Yeah, I fucking said that.
You said you were going to keep us live. We're live, but we have to end the podcast.
You stopped recording. How's that at the end? What do you want to like? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. We got to put the cap on it. All right, let's do this.
You're the weirdest motherfucker I've ever met.
That's fucked up, man. You've met a lot of weird people.
All right, so this girl Gina Rosario, still undetermined whether or not she's trans. Pat, anything you want to add to this conversation?
I say, good day.
All right, we're out.
Again, I say, a good day.